about Jamario Bell's performance the other day, Coach?
Well, it was good to have him back on the field to start with, and obviously it was his most productive game that he's had, I think, since he's been here, most likely. And he's still not full speed. I'm looking forward to getting him back in practice and getting him in better shape, and just see if we can't progress from what we accomplished last week.
What do you think he did that led to the 2 sacks that he got?
Well, it just kept straining. He kept after it. We call one of them a dirty sack. The first one he got, they flushed him out of the pocket. Jamario runs well enough that he was straining hard and kept on and was able to make the play. And then basically the same thing on the second one. He come off the edge and just kept pressing the tackle and was able to rip off of him. Just staying after it.
You got a couple of seniors that are still healthy, I guess, now, and with Jamario back. But have you ever been so young overall at defense?
No, never, especially in this league.
What about as young and talented? I know you brought some
Well,
good ones
we
in.
got a lot of, we have talent. We got to keep playing, obviously, and getting better. Solely, I'm looking forward. Hopefully, he'll get that big ball off his hand in the next couple of weeks. I think he can play better than what he's playing because he can escape blocks better when he gets that off. Big Colin Clay's, he's a load out there. He made a couple of big plays early in the game. And just getting consistency out of those guys, and hopefully we'll have Zach back for week after next. And I'm still wanting to get Eric in the game and just have not got Eric in yet to let him play. But those are 4 young guys that I'm looking forward to spending a lot of time with in the future.
What have you been most impressed with those guys in terms of what they've done to how quickly they've been thrown in the fire?
I think the most impressive thing is just the fact that they hadn't backed down from anything, especially you, Eric, and I say Colin, Soley, and Zach. Those are the 3 guys that's played. They go play down at Ole Miss, and then they play at A&M, and it's like it doesn't bother them. The stage isn't too big for them. So we just got to keep growing and get stronger and be better technique players and more consistent in what we're doing.
How's Sosa been doing? It looks a lot like he's been getting double teamed a lot this year, having to work a lot harder. How is he responding to the attention he's getting?
Sosa? Yeah, he had a great game last week. I thought he really played his fanny off last week. He pressed, and like I said, he's getting a lot of attention because of him being the best player we have up there and the most dominant player. The second play of the game, he had a chance to get a sack, and then he turns right around on the third play and gets a sack. So the more plays he makes, the more attention he's going to get, and he's going to have to just keep playing the way he played last week for us to be successful.
Apparently T.J. Smith graded really well last week, too. What did he do?
TJ, those 2 are just consistent, man. That's 2 guys that's been in all these wars. They've been in these big games, and I think you watch those 2 play and the way they go about things, and they've practiced. I think we're practicing better than we've ever practiced before since I've been here. More consistent. So, and it's showing up on the Saturday night now.
I saw Gabe today. Is that any kind of long-term?
No, it's not long-term. He just got a bruise, and so he'll be fine. I probably should have made him practice today. He probably got soft sitting over on the sideline.
What was the difference between the San Jose State game and the A&M game, just getting after the quarterback?
Well, one, the San Jose State game, that kid got rid of it as soon as he got it in his hand, and yeah, we could have probably did some things better too, but that was a whole different ball game than the one Saturday.
What's the balance for you guys with trying to make sure you prepare for Kentucky, get an early jump, but also maybe get back to some fundamentals?
Well, this week right here, we're doing a couple periods on Kentucky each day, but like you said, the big emphasis for myself, and I think the whole football team, is getting back to the basics, really work on, I'm working on just getting in a good stance consistently, and coming off the ball. And we started out the day just working on hand placement, just all of those little things, especially with young guys, that you got to continue to work on.
How did Zach Williams look today out there? I saw him up in the green.
Yeah, I thought he moved around real well. We're just not going to put any pressure on that knee as far as making contact with somebody, probably until next Monday.
You said week after next. Is that the game after Kentucky?
No, I think he'll be ready for Kentucky.
Okay.
That's my plan.
Okay.
With Eric Gregory, is it mostly just kind of finding snaps for him? Or?
It is. It's finding snaps. He got a little bit behind when he was hurt those first few weeks, but then he came in, and Eric's been practicing well. It's just me finding the right spot to get him in the game.
You've got some guys trickling back, I guess, with Jamario coming back. But do you feel like you've been a little bit snake bit there? I mean,
Well, we have. I mean, but you know what? And like I was talking about earlier, I love these young kids. I love the way they're going about things. So I'm really excited to be able to play them and playing as much as they are and being productive as they are. And all that's going to do is just make us better, in the long run.
You mentioned Solly in that club. How's he handled playing with that? I think Chief kind of.
I tell you what, to me, and it goes back to what I said earlier, the stage isn't too big for that kid, and he goes in, and the pain's not too much for him. You don't find many 18-year-olds that you put in this league in that position that just keeps on going and playing. And he's been playing more snaps. Every time I walk out of the ballgame, I think, God dog, I played him too much. He played 53 snaps the other day, and Gabe played 43. I need to get them all down in the 40s.
thanks for